Hi there, this is me, Jessica Campos with marketingforgreatness.com, the recovered attorney that turned herself into a forensic digital marketer, and now I help entrepreneurs and marketing teams building brands and monetize them. Yes, if you have been wondering, how can you do more things but more productive, or how can you even optimize your life? This is the video. I want to cover 5 things that will help you to start with a new routine and to get the excitement and get more things done. So let's dive in. So I get it. You want to be more productive. Probably you are inspired when you see people who are able to do many things, and then maybe they're more busy than you. And you're like, how is that even possible? I get that question all the time because I have 4 kids, and a husband, and then the dogs, and then I build multiple brands and work in different companies. And they're like, how can you even have the time to be on social media, make books, write articles, record podcasts, now recording videos? How can you do it? So I want to put those fears into rest, because what I want to tell you is that what you're seeing today is the result of many years, for not to say over, I would say 15 years plus of me working around the systems that are no longer even systems in my head, because they are habits and I no longer think about it. So let's talk about 5 things that you can do today that will truly help you to, whether it is that you want to start planning your week better, or you want to set up new goals and you want to set up that mindset for success. So those 5 things are going to put your mindset into a shift so that you get that done. The first thing we need to say is that we need to be honest and transparent about your pace, okay? Just because you see, for example, me doing multiple things and, rolling into different roles, and then, maybe delegating certain things, do not compare. Do not compare with the people that you see that they're very productive. So back in the days, I remember when I decided that I wanted to try to build a business to have the time to stay at home and taking care of my babies, I needed to pick up my pace. And what I mean with that is that I needed to be very efficient, because the time that I had to work on my business was very, very, very tiny. In the tiny window of opportunity that I had, I needed to be able to get things done, and very fast. Okay, so when you are assessing your days, you need to make sure that you think about what is going to be your pace. Sometimes, to be honest with you, I feel like the more time you have and you have in your mind to complete a task, the slower you get. So it's up to you to have a pace of work and a pace of getting things done quicker, or maybe you want to take your time to be maybe paying to all of the attentions in the world. So pick up your pace. If you feel like you are taking so long to get things done, just think about, can I pick up a new pace to get things done differently? Number 2, we need to think about what is it that maybe is unconsciously at this point, because you're not even thinking about it, but there are things that you might be doing that are distracting you. Maybe you need to turn off notifications. Maybe you need to set up some time without your phone, or maybe you need to do some time blocking so that you start getting used to the habit of doing the same thing at the same time, the same days of the weeks. So when you actually are going to start trying to do the same thing during the same time, the same days of the week, you're going to have a lot of distractions. You're going to have to shift whatever it is that you're doing right now in order to comply with that new rule that you're setting up for yourself. So raising the awareness for the things that are trying to distract you when you're trying to do things differently is going to be fundamental to increase your productivity. Number 3, setting up micro goals. And what exactly is a micro goal? A micro goal, it is a very tiny goal that you can accomplish with the steps that you already know when you set up those micro goals, you're setting up yourself for success. An example of what is not a micro goal will be saying that you want to lose 15 pounds in 1 week. Of course, you have seen people that have done it, but is that really a realistic goal? Or are you setting yourself up to say, I'm going to fail? Well, if on the other hand, you're going to say, I want to lose just 1 pound this week, and I want to be consistent with that goal, that micro goal, believe it or not, it is going to have your mindset into a positive zone because you are seeing yourself as somebody that is accomplishing their goals. So please do that. Number 4, I call this the PAS, your personal accountability system. I personally love writing things because I get to come back, and when I write things, I can see that I wrote something and I can just kind of like cross-check, like done. That is my personal accountability system. Now, it actually, if you think about it, there are many things that you do that probably you have personal accountability systems, but you don't even call them in that way. Do you work out? If you work out, maybe you have a way to count the calories that you burn, or maybe you have a way to cross-check the days that you have been working out. I know that, maybe you are already doing these things, but now that you want to be more productive, to get more things done, when it comes to grow your business and grow yourself, you do need new personal accountability systems to raise your productivity. I'll tell you a couple of examples, and of course I am biased because I just produced one amazing planner that actually it allows you to have that accountability system towards the marketing and sales that are going to give you the revenue. But in your personal life, have things written down and at the beginning of the day, and get used to the habit of getting those things done, and then say, yes, I did it. Done. Another thing that you can do is, if you have the opportunity to have an accountability buddy, that will be amazing. And it doesn't have to be something that you pay for. Maybe just asking a friend, hey, you know what? I really want to get things done. Can you just maybe text me, every morning at 9 a.m. and just ask me if I'm doing this? And you do the same thing for your friends. So start something that is going to enable that higher level of accountability. That definitely will be fundamental here. Then number 5 is, please get yourself a place where you can lay out your vision on how do you want to design your life. It sounds very cliche, but I can tell you one thing: had it not be for me designing the life that I have, it would not have happened. Why is that? Because maybe the way that you're running your life, there are things that are happening that you feel like you are not in control. And what that does is that you are still wanting to do other things, but those other things become the secondary priority, or maybe in third place, and you're not getting those things done. Believe it or not, that idea that you have here in the back of your head, it kind of like bites you, and you start like feeling like, oh, you feel like you're something is missing. I don't know if you can relate to what I'm saying, but I can tell you from experience and from the clients that we work with, they tell me like, Jessica, I'm just tired of my very own excuses. I just want to get things done. I see how other people are ahead, and I just feel bad. I don't understand why I cannot get things done. So if that's you, if you feel like you have no idea even why you cannot get things done, well, get yourself a planner, whether that is a planner that we made or a planner that you find in Target. Get yourself a planner and get into that habit of writing things down. Number 1, again, you're going to have that vision for what you want. And number 2, you will always be able to come back. Don't be so hard on yourself just because you have a planner and maybe you are not going to do everything to the T in the way that you planned it. That doesn't mean that you're not going to put the energy to identify what do you want. Here's one thing I have learned: what your mind can conceive, you can receive. Okay, so the thing is that if you feel like you're not hitting your goals, maybe it's because you're not visualizing enough. You're not putting yourself in a position where you lay out your life as if you already reached those goals. And maybe this is something that it has to do with the law of attraction or the law of vibration, which is not a topic for this video, but I will tell you that as a bonus, it works. So put yourself in a position where you can lay out that vision, plan for it, write it down. When you get into the habit of writing things, and maybe 5 months from today, you go back to this month number 1 and you'll be like, wow, I cannot believe how much I have done. I cannot believe that this time, 5 months ago, I was debating, I was challenging myself with X, Y, and Z. And then now things are happening way much quicker. So that's always good, right? Because as an adult, we're no longer in school. We don't have report cards anymore. So who is going to evaluate you? Who is going to grade you? Well, it's going to be you. And that's why having those goals written down and having a system for you to track exactly the steps that you're taking on a daily basis, I think it's fundamental to reach your goals. One more time. So, I hope this inspires you to get the Daily Greatness, which is our new book. It's actually more than a planner, but let's call it a planner. And it's designed for you to turn the daily grind into daily greatness. It has my daily method of operations, my monthly method of operations, and many systems and strategies that we have used to grow our companies while growing our kids and our family and all of that included. So if you have any questions, please reach out, and remember that you will support our mission big time. You already watched this video, but if you subscribe and like and comment and even share this video with somebody that you care, that will be amazing. So sprinkle some love there. Bye guys.